So hi, welcome to everyone. And so Radhakant is an associate director in Karl Stotz Endoscopy India Private Limited. He is a visionary, innovative, dynamic implementer. He's also an engineer and graduated. He's an engineering graduate and management postgraduate, having more than 28 years of corporate world experience of all the levels of corporate ladder. And he has also developed interest in human behavior, human sciences, and he is of one of our wonderful Innermost Shift coaches, who's been also, I think, Radhakant, you have also given a TEDx talk, right? If I remember that correctly. A wonderful human being. And for me, people who enter into coaching area are the people who work from the heart. So he's also one of the most wonderful persons who works from the heart. That's my understanding about Radhakant. Always eager to help and to learn even more, more and more, I would say, and eager to implement, irrespective of what is happening, what's not happening, and whether somebody is supporting him or not. I think he's been always there with the people to support them to really grow forward. So Radhakant, welcome today for this session today. Just a little protocol. You will start with the session. It'll go on for about 30 minutes. And all of you will please write your questions in the chat box. And in the end, after you finish your presentation, Prosperity will choose the questions and ask you, and then Radhakant, you will answer them. So that makes it easier for us, right?
Sure.
Radhakant? Okay. Yeah. Over to you. All the best.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And I hope it is going to be beneficial to all. So what I felt in the coaching arena, that there is a lack of awareness. So I thought, let's discuss on this and take it forward, so everybody come on the same page. So many times when we are visiting to any client, normally for the coachee, so what they ask generally these questions: what is a coaching? What is the difference from mentoring and counseling? What benefit will employee derive if they attend such sessions, like coaching session I am talking about? What would be the minimum and maximum period of coaching contract? They also would like to know this. So there is no awareness on that, not much awareness of that. Do you have any case study? Like they ask me always that, do you have any case study or proven testimony which you can show us? And since India is a very, very price sensitive market, and they just ask what is the rate of the coaching per session. So that is also very boldly it's come out. And why I have basically selected a coaching as a profession, or a way of moving ahead. So these questions I come across, and I thought, let's discuss today, and I hope most of you might be having this. So what I have done, the flow of this webinar would be like, we will just do the build-up. We have just started doing the build-up, and then the three most important thing of the coaching: the coach, and the coaching, and the coachee, and the entire environment on where the coaching happens. And finally, I will just touch upon the pre-COVID and the post-COVID, as COVID is here. So I will just touch upon that as well. And in the end, we will be having the discussion. So let's start it. So I'll just as Shri was mentioning about me. So I do have few more things which many people do not know, or they are not aware about. And this will be giving some connection while we are discussing about the coaching, and the coaching style. So I am basically a stage artist, a stage actor. I'm also a badminton and cricket player. I have basically taken this sports at very good level. And then I'm very fond of dancing. I just do a free dancing. I do write a Hindi poem. It is for me, for myself. And so it is just connecting everything. And yes, I am an Innermost Shift coach as well. So before I started, I was not aware about the coaching. So I have divided it into two parts. One is before coaching time and the after the coaching time. So when I was not aware about the coaching, so during the unaware phase, what happened? So the coaching was, in my opinion, was preparing for the engineering, medical, or civil services. As I come from the engineering background, so it was like that. Like there used to be a Krishna coaching, Akash coaching, and all those coaching. So coaching institute used to be like, this is the coaching. And then since I was associated with the sports, so many time it get into that. Okay, coaching means the sports as well. And some when I was about to go into my profession, so there was a means of the reading for the job. And for sure, many of you would be aware the coach, the luxurious bus. Yes, the moment I start coming into the corporate world, I started having these words: coaching, mentoring, counseling, healing, training, consulting, and it looks like to me as same. Everything looks like the same. And many of people who are not aware about the coaching, they still feel that it is same. So maybe my aim would be to, after this session, at least people will get to know that yes, there is a difference. Those who are coached, they know about it, but people have joined who are not coached, so they would be aware about the difference between these. So when I started understanding about the coaching, so this is AC period. AC means awareness about the coaching. So there is some bulb ignited inside me, and somewhere around in Switzerland, around 3 years or 4 years back, that I started urge to know about myself. What next? I have achieved something now. What next? What needs to be done now? And then I started learning the meditation, and this meditation led me to go and start doing training for our colleagues. And while doing that, I come across one lady, Sangeeta Das Gupta. She told me, why don't you just go and go into the coaching arena, because you have some quality which you can connect to that. So yeah, Gyan bulb blasted within me, and I inquired and got enrolled in the Alpha Star and started my coaching journey with Alpha Star. So this way, I landed there in the first session, and I met Satsar, and he asked few questions, kind of checklist. So this is the building phase of the coach. So why I'm taking my example, that it is what the coach is. So he just bluntly asked everybody who was present in the training room. He asked, "Do you have any purpose to be a coach?" So I tapped with him, and I thought, yes, it is there. Yeah, it is there that yes, I would like to contribute towards the society. That is something which is within me, is there. And then he asked, do you have any uniqueness which you can think about? I gone into myself. I thought about myself. Yeah, I was having many uniqueness within myself. And those I just mentioned you in the beginning, that yes, I'm actor, I'm a poet, and all those things are helping me into the coaching profession. So very genuinely he asked, then do you have a listening power? Can you listen? Then I just reflected back in myself, and I thought that it is there, because in the earlier age, when I used to be with the people, and people used to come to me, and they just used to ask me, just listen to me. And I used to listen, but with only few words. Yes, hu, ha, fir kya, acha to kya hua. Then I used to get involved in those people. So then I recollected and reflected, but yes, I do have the listening skill within me. So then finally, Siri Madam asked, do you have some internal resources through which you can, learn this structured way of doing coaching. So I again gone into myself and thought, yes, it is there. Like I have a learning gene, as I have a commitment to learn, and I'm very innovative. I basically having a very innovative thought. I come with a new ideas and things. So yes, I do have something which will guide me towards this. And for sure that emotional intelligence is also one thing which I feel that it is there. And when I tapped it, it was there. So the coaching list was complete. So I started my coaching journey, and completed my training. And then during the training, as Mr. Sat sir used to ask that, do you have any purpose? So during that only time, I just said that, yes, even if I can contribute only one person, it will be great for me. If I learn something, if I can contribute in one's life, it will be great. So that has given me kind of a direction that yes, I have to be in this direction. And if I can get my purpose of life in this direction. And yeah, surely here I understood the power of three in very unique manner. The power of three, like open, focus, relax. When the person is open, focus and relaxed, he can basically be calm and cool, and he connect himself. And there is a love of awareness and the uniqueness one can tap into and get that. So all this power of three, he has just taught us, and best, and NLP things and all those tools he has given. So it was a wonderful experience, and then I started putting into the practice. And now, since I just come to this point, now the coach is almost there. Now, what makes the coach from one coach to other coach different? One coach is charging somewhere around 5,000 or 10,000, and someone is charging 50,000 per hour. Is it a difference between these coaches? What are the contributors which are making them difference? So these questions are also being asked when we go to the corporate world. So when I just gone into detail of it, so then I thought, yes, the pain and challenges one basically gone through a coach, that also create a value in the coach. And the hurdle obstacle which he had during his or her life, that also makes a person a different from other coach. And then a power listening, which is must for a coach. Just having the go through the probing questions on, then the listening has to come out. So that is there, and that gives a different person from one coach to another. And yeah, for sure, as I just mentioned, few tools which we get due to a structured way of coaching, those also makes a difference under the guidelines of ICF, International Coaching Federation. So these things are really asked when we are visiting to any client, and when they asked about the coaching and the coach and the process. So finally, how much experience one coach has, that also makes a difference. So in totality, if you see the entire range of it, that's make a coach, one coach different from the another coach. Now, in the arena of process of coaching, I'll just, before I touch this point, during the training only, Mr. Sat has just, told that the coaching is here since ages. Then we thought, yes, it was. Krishna to Arjun and Jaman to Hanuman. And the Krishna, when ignited the ignorance, the fear, and the guilt which was the Arjun was having, which he ignited, then the different internal power came out. The different thing has came out. And then in the Gita, it is very, very beautifully mentioned in the chapter 5 and the verses of 6. Jnanen tudtanam jnanam esham nashitam atmanah tesham aditya vajya jnanam prakashit tatparam. Means in whom this ignorance of self is destroyed by divine knowledge, that knowledge reveals the supreme entity, just as sun illuminates everything in daytime. So that time also the coaching was there. Even I just related one more thing. That is when Jamvant ignited a different Hanuman who can fly and go across the entire ocean to Sri Lanka. That time when he was so excited and he said to Jamvant, and it was very beautiful doha in the Ramcharitmanas, Jamvant ke vachan suhaye suni Hanumant hriday ati bhaye tabi lagi mohi parekhyo tum bhai sahi dukh kand mool falak hai. So this is the beauty of the coaching, and the beauty of the coaching is that person get from within, he get connected and start feeling the power from within. So further on, as we said that many people don't aware the difference between coaching, mentoring, and counseling and therapy. I'll just touch upon here. If you see the entire graph, here you can see the coaching. On the right topmost area, it is all the teaching which I got from Alpha Star, Mr. Sat Sir and Siri ma'am, that the probing questions and active power listening, that is there, then the coaching is there. If a coach and coachee are envisioning the possibilities, then it is coaching. If they are thinking about the future, then it is for the coaching. And for sure, in the coaching, making person lead. If you relate with the Krishna Arjun, Krishna was not leading the fight. Krishna was just supporting. He was just coaching the Arjun. The Arjun was leading. And for sure, here I would say that non-expert, even the non-expert of the field can coach. Suppose I'm not very good in cricket. Since I know the cricket, I'll just take another example. If I'm not very good in the boxing, and if I would like to coach a boxing player, can I coach? Yes, I can coach. If I'm not very good in finance area, I'm very good in only the marketing and the sales, can I coach a person who is in finance, a CFO or CEO? Yes, I can coach. So I need not to be the expert of that field, but for sure, I need to know the structure way of the coaching so I can guide to that person to the future. So I can make an envision possibility with that person. So this is the very big unawareness within the entire fraternity. Whenever we are visiting to any corporate world. So now the third aspect which comes, now I just spoke about the coach. I touched upon the coaching, and now I'm going to touch upon the very important area, that is a coachee. So on the coachee front, if you see, here I have made just after going through the learning from the Alpha Star. So there I learned that everyone is not coachable, and then I kind of derived and made this squares, and this is really very helpful. If a person is committed for self to change, he's a coachable. And if he's aware about the need, he's a coachable. And if both are there at the high level, is a highly coachable. So the coach need not to do a lot of work there. For sure, the coach is required, but it is not that the coachee can, by himself or herself can move on that direction. But for sure, that would fetch the wonderful result. And the coaching, during the coaching time, it will become the result faster. Suppose a person is under the unaware need, he or she doesn't know about the need, what is the need or what is the future aspiration within me, but very committed to change self. That person is also coachable. That also can be coachable.
Hello.
Yeah. 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 Hello. Hello. Is it? Hello. 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 What happened? Any interruption? Prosperity? Is there any interruption? Is it going well? Prosperity, can you just give me some indication?
Yes, Radhakant. We got disconnected for a second over there, but now we are back. I think everyone was able to hear you in the meanwhile. So,
okay, so I need not to repeat anything.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, so as if somebody has missed, I'm basically talking about the most important part of the coaching thing, that is a coachee. So if a person is unaware of the need and he or she is committed for the self, they are coachable. The coach can, by doing the probing question, they can take it to that. And if a person is not committed to work on self, but aware about the need, yes, I would like to go in this direction, they know about this direction. So the coach can, do the coaching, and coachee can benefit it. But for sure, if both the things is not there at all, like unaware of the need and not committed to self, then that person is not at all coachable. And we have got very, very clear understanding by Sat Sir that yes, even if we have to say no to some person, that not on the face of it, but something happened. Or
Able to hear you.
okay, just a second. I think just a second.
Yeah, sure.
Now it is okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So in that front, that person is not coachable. So we know that a domain where we have to work as a coaches, and we know what the area of the coaching, what the coaching is, and we know how the coach is and how the coaching can be, valuable, how the valuable coach can be. So now I'll just touch upon the other fact, which is very much, under the on the talked about. That is what is the workplace of the coaching, where all this can be applied. Many unaware question comes up, that where all we can apply the coaching. It can be applied anywhere, wherever a person is interested to, envision the future, would like to grow, it can be applied. And it will work on the individual, it will work on the companies. It could be the small scale company, medium scale company, big company, whatever company. Even if they would like to, take from, they are doing fantastically well. But even if they would like to, double their profitability or the turnover, there it would be. even on the individual, if the person is having some personal life problem or career problem or relationship or anything related to life, that is also a space where we can work upon. Biggest challenge which I see, as I mentioned, that the awareness is missing, big time is missing. So I'm touching upon the pre-COVID, the awareness challenges which many of us and many who are the coaches, they would be facing. So what is coaching? I just touched upon what is coaching. So many might be, get the answer, and then they can, touch upon that. Who is coach? How the coach is built? I take in my example, and there are many coaches who have a different experience, different set of things. So they have a different way of coaching, but yes, the structured way of coaching with the personality, that makes a different coach. Do one require coaching? Yes, everyone require coaching who would like to grow and would like to see the future. When one require coaching, as I said, that if somebody is having a future aspiration and would like to grow from one present state to the future state, which is he or she is envisioning, that person is requiring the coaching. Price tag of it varies. I'll just touch upon the Arjun and Krishna story again, the Mahabharata. When it was offered, like Krishna offered first to Kaurava that you can choose whatever you want, and the Kaurav chose Krishna's entire soldiers, whereas Pandav chosen the Krishna himself. And we all know whatever is written in the Mahabharata, the result. So price tag does matter if what kind of coach is, and how long it should be. In my opinion, coaching is a journey. It is not a destination. It continues. It continues. Like if a person is there who start coaching, he will be always having urge to grow more and more and more. It is not the end. It is a journey. Once I started learning something, I will be having some more, within me, some fire or ignition to learn more and more. So that is why I would say, in my opinion, it is not any in a time frame. Yes, for sure, some concern or some issue can be taken up with the timeline, but for sure, it is a journey, not a destination. Now I'll just touch upon the most critical thing, which is basically which is going to be a awareness enabler within our coach fraternity. And I was talking and discussing a very small chat with Miss Prosperity, and we had a very fruitful discussion. And during short period of 10 or 15 minutes, we said that yes, things are changing, and the things are changing in a way that we have to get ourselves gear up in a way that we have to align with the post-COVID or during the COVID period. So what are these? What are these? These are, if you see, the need will arise together with all those which are there already present, that future and all those things. People will go into the anxiety mode. People go into the, there would be engagement issue. There would be the depression. A lot of depression cases might be coming. So there would be a lot of requirement of the coaches. And for sure, every coach is going to be engaged. So even if who all are the coaches, they can basically look upon many. I just heard a few people have committed suicide. They started fearing that COVID is going to take my life, and because of that, they committed suicide. There were 3 or 4 cases which we have heard and read. So up to that level, and if a coach is there with a clear future, aspiration with that person, he engaged with that person, for sure, that these all things can be overcome. Why it is coming? The reason why it is coming, we discussed with Ms. Prosperity and other colleague as well, that why it is coming. It is mainly because of the work from home. We are confined into the four walls of the houses. Many people have a 2 or 3 bedroom or maybe mansion, but you are confined and you are seeing only few faces. Only few are doing some extravagant thing, and they are going out and they are getting lathis of the police. But for sure, this is also very much the reason for all those anxiety, engagement issue, and depression. There are companies like they are doing the pay cut, and there are retrenchment are being happening. Even the Reliance has done it, and there are pay cut from the 10% to 50%. And for sure, few companies have not done it. But just see the big player, they are doing it. And I heard from where I come, the engineering college, some offer have been revoked, so they will be losing the entire 1 year. So how they will get engaged into that time? That is also very critical thing, which as a coach fraternity, everyone has to basically address upon. And due to this fact, there is a very less human touch, very less human touch, because we are just having only 3 or 4. There are people who are living alone, and mind it is not going in just in 1 or 2 months. It is going to be go there, and it is going to be a normal, like we have to live for some time. Don't feel that the moment it will be open, it will be very good, everything will be very good. I'm not threatening everybody, but I know that it will blast. And once it will blast, it will be very severe effect. So how we will be managing it, that is also thing which we have to, as a coach fraternity or whoever is attending, if they are aware of all this, we can basically spread the awareness, and the coaches can help there. And due to the more screen time, like everybody is working in home, even we have started doing the webinar. Previously I used to do a lot of talk face to face. Now what is happening? We are doing webinars, only webinars. And for offices, we are doing the only web meetings. And in the offices used to be happening what? Like we used to go into one's cabin and we used to chat and have a meeting, short meeting, and come back. But now it is, everything is happening on the mobile or the laptop. So these are the reasons which will give these things, anxiety, engagement issue, and the depression. So as a coaching fraternity, and who's ever attending, who would like to have a coaching, be aware that this is the thing which we have to address upon. And as I said, due to this COVID, a new coaching landscape is appearing in front of us. Even for the coaches, even for all the people who would like to have the coaching. They are going to be a short-term assignment. There won't be a long-term assignments. The short-term could be that we have to do a lot of freebies to build up the rapport, to build up the connect. And then there would be a low value assignment would be there for a lot of coaches. Even if a coach is getting 50,000 per hour, might have to basically sometime sacrifice maybe 40 or 25,000, or whoever is having a 10,000 per hour charges might be going to lesser than of that. But for sure, there will be lot many opportunities, lot many people would require the coaching. So as a social animal, we have to all come forward and help the society. So will be having a lot of volume to address. And then this is also, I'm envisioning there will be a requirement of a journalist. If somebody is an expert in life, a career, or executive or relationship, there has to be basically a lot of requirement for the journalist. If I get connected to a coachee, he will like to me handhold for the entire thing, for even the life, for the career or executive or relationship. So a lot of journalist coaches will come out, and for sure there will be a lot of room for coaching training. Many coaching training will come, as already Alpha Star has geared up for the coaching online. So for sure they are going to get there, and the moment the awareness is there, there will be a flood of people who will be going to have this. And the coaching model might get changed. There would be more collaboration might be start happening between coaches. Suppose I am not that empowered, I don't have that much clientage, but if we basically have 10 or 15 or 20 coaches together and we start collaborating between us, this will appear, this kind of model. Currently people are in the individual, people are building their businesses individuality. Now that this is a time when the collaboration has to happen. When the collaboration will be happening, there will be a big banner might come up. The big company might come up, just like Uber or Ola. You don't never know what kind of thing might come in the future. The future is here because of the COVID. And for sure, cooperative setup also will come up. What is the cooperative? Like I am very good in career, and Miss Prosperity is very good in life, and somebody is very good in executive, or somebody is very good in a relation. They can form a team, and then the cooperation will make a very different setup. This will appear, and you will see very soon, within a 3-4 month or 6 months down the line, these two models might appear from the individual small setup which are there around the country. And these two models might come up, and we have to be part of it. We have to build it. Now, I hope till now, whatever I talked about, many of people who are not aware about the coaching or coach or coachee, who are just new to this word, they would having the clarity about these terms. And for sure, all the coaches who are there and who are with me, they would be also having a very much clarity that thus there is a future is there after COVID. There is no depression. Not to say that there is be a gloomy period, or we are not going to get anything business as a business, but there is a new thing. The new normal is going to come. So as you would have seen in the LinkedIn invite, that there was a saying, and now it will be clear to most of the people, that when the Bill Gates or Eric Schmidt said, everybody needs a coach. Yes, everybody needs a coach. And coaching, what the coaching? Coaching is a life, relationship, career, executive. These are the fundamental role to play in the helping achieve people's aspired goals with outstanding success. I hope this is understood after this my session which I've just conducted. And finally, for sure. So if anyone who's interested, even the coach as well, who would be interested to surpass once the current level, if I am a coach, I would like to become a bigger and bigger coach. It is not that I do not require a coaching. I do require a coaching. Every time Ms. Siri Madam used to say that every coach also requires coaching. And everybody has a coach. As Mr. Sat is also having coach, Ms. Siri is also having coach, and Ms. Prosperity, everybody has a coach. So get connected to coach to start with a wonderful journey. So now I can basically take any question if it is, and I can answer those. Basically not the question answer, it will be more discussion, because many of the people are the coaches, and I don't say that I'm a small, but yes, I'm a toddler. Just started crawling in this arena, and as I said that I'm working only in one company, and I'm not having any professional setup. Whatever I'm doing with my relatives, with my known. And yes, I just share you one thing that within my family, every doctor who learned the practice. So first you start with the family. So I started with my family, and just giving my feedback within my family that my son liked, yes, you did a wonderful job, but my daughter didn't like, because she's grown and she has a different perception. My wife was with me, and she was with me for the practicing and all. And few colleagues started and they given me a chance that yes, I can practice with them, I can learn coaching and sharpen my skill. And during this phase, like old colleagues to whom I was working with, somebody I got connected from Canada, and during the training I mentioned that. And that is a big achievement. I still remember that they were having a very tough time during that time, and when the result came, it is awesome. And one more example I have, which that person says that yes, that there is a change within me. And these two giving me a different level of satisfaction. That yes, I'm doing it, but for sure I might not be as structured as it should be, but yes, I'm making some tiny impact as a coach, as a structure coach on someone's life. Over to, like, if anybody would like something to discuss, I'm open.
Thank you so much, Radhakant, for all the inputs. And I must say, you're very, very humble in whatever you're mentioning. Every tiny shift that you have created in the people around you, that has been very, very impactful in their lives. And I remember you sharing it in the class also. Even after 3 days or 6 days training, he would come back and say, I've done this coaching, and I've done coaching for around 100 students or sessions. And each one of them had so much impact. So it's so wonderful to see your humility in this and say that you're making small impact. It's really nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, during my TED talk also, like there was an influence of the coaching, and I basically connected myself with the uniqueness. So entire night I was thinking what need to be told. So, and around 4 o'clock in the morning, I have to basically give a TED talk at around in the 9. It was the scheduled, and up to 4 I was not decided which way to, and around 4 I decided this is the area which I have to go. And then I connected with myself, and I said the same thing which the life has given till that point, and I got the purpose of life at that very moment. So that was the tech talk, and for sure the first tech talk which I had given.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So while you did mention a lot of things over here, and due to lack of time, I'm not going to really repeat a lot of them or just go through it. What I really loved was the way you put everything in points in the slides, and then putting in your own inputs in it, be it on what is the importance of coaching, or who is a coachable client, the contributing factors. So everything was put very simply and elaborated very wonderfully in your presentation. Some questions that we had, one person asked, can you elaborate more on the power of 3? So
okay, so power of 3, that's a wonderful question. And I would say that power of 3 I learned from Sat Sir. And I started with with a open, focus, and relaxed. This is the first and foremost thing which basically we will learn. If we are open and focused and relaxed, we connect to ourselves, and we basically focus and get concentrated. So this is the power of 3, 1. Second is the power of 3 is basically love to self. Like we understand the love and the uniqueness within us. The second of 3, and the third is awareness about that. Yes, I have a love, I have a uniqueness within me. That gives a wonderful, connect. And during this phase, I also, created one. Since I am innovative, I created one that is a trust, believe, and surrender. So the moment I have a trust on somebody, I will have a belief that yes, this person will change something. and then I surrender. What happens to, when I go to God or any person, when a person surrender, even if a person is going to the doctor for the medicine, when he or she surrenders, then only the effect of the medicine comes. Otherwise, it is not. So that is the power of 3, which I was mentioning. And this is, I learned in a structured way in the Alpha Star.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's true. Medicines do not affect everyone in the same manner. Some people are more responsive and some people are less responsive. And science has proven it. That's what's inside the person that makes the person respond to it, the way the person is thinking and everything else. So yes, it's very, very true. Now, somebody else asked, okay, so this point you have already covered. How will people afford paying for the coaches? I think you said that coaches will have to reduce their prices to make it more affordable. So somebody who's charging 50,000 probably has to come down to 25. Somebody charging 10,000 will probably go down to 3,000 or something. So that way, and of course, that's
may have to basically give the taste of it, maybe with a freebies.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely. Yes. So here's another question, which how presentable a coach has to be in his or her personality, the place of coaching used, and also the time that a person selects for coaching.
In my view, it is my personal view. It is not that, it is written somewhere, but in my view, if I'm connecting somebody, I mean, I'm not very, very good looking tie shy laga ke, if I'm going and with a powder lipstick and all those things, I'm going there. Even if I can basically connect a person, even with a hu ha, acha, so then what? Kya hua fir uske baad? And if I get connected and I get that connection with that person, I have achieved the outcome. For sure, the ICF might not, passing me and giving me the certification, but for sure, the outcome would be there because that connection is there, and that from within that, the connection with the person from the within has come out to achieve something, and the outcome would be there in some future time. So in my view, personality matter, but yeah, we should not be shabby like lambe baal ho and काफी बदबू आ रही हो, वो सब नहीं होना चाहिए. नहीं तो बदबू आ रही हो तो बगल में कोच भी नहीं बैठेगा. Although there will be possibility that now we are on the webinar, so one can do like people can wear the tie shy upside and underneath underwear. I do not know how to do it. So it is all up to you. If it is a webinar, how to do. If it is a face to face, how to do. It is all depends. I see very presentable. I really admire Miss Siri and Mr. Sir. They are very, very, I would say that they have a different aura altogether. They bring different aura altogether. And that is the power. If a person surrenders, immediately surrenders, that makes a different, connect with the person. And for sure, if I know the client, if I know that what kind of attire he or she is having, if we basically match that, then the rapport building start from there. Like then we are on the same level. It should not happen that other person is in a very, very modest dressing, and I go and with a very hi-fi dressing. That also will not bring, like it will be up and down. So we have to be at par to have a presence. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree to it. So when you are, if you want to coach a student or vis-a-vis, if you want to coach a CEO, your presentation completely would differ.
Yes,
and, if you allow me, I would like to add one thing to it. I think more than the personality, it's the intention of the coach also that would matter, and because that itself would reflect on the kind of rapport and everything that would come along from the person.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
One more question is, where should a coach draw a line as far as the responsibility of coach and client is concerned?
So till the time the very fine line is there, that empathy and sympathy, which we always learn, like the moment we start go into the sympathy mode, it means we have gone beyond that line. And till the time we are empathizing and we are present with that person, it is we are there. So that is a line which I see that many times what happened, well, while we start sympathizing the people, we start giving suggestions, start giving our experiences, our way of handling the things. That basically kills the coaching. Then we go into the mode of counseling, or I do not know, maybe it can go into the mentoring as well. I do not know where it will go. Healing.
Yes, so there are various other forms in that case which is required, but
Yeah.
coaching is not probably that the required form for that particular person in that case.
Yes, yes.
It probably would have a touch with another question. How can I coach a friend when I know what is the cause of his unhappiness? Okay, so it was a very long question.
Yeah, it is it is really very it has to be practiced well. If we are coaching with having a coaching session with a friend, we should know our boundaries while we are doing the coaching. And if we not flowing with the emotions, which we know that what can solve his or her problem, and we are not going into that, and we are igniting that person from within, yet it is very hard to practice. Practicing, I just learned when I was practicing with my son, it is really hard. When I was practicing with somebody else who was not known to me, it was easy than practicing with the son, because I start coming out some suggestion or advice that has not to come, like that kills the entire coaching session.
Absolutely, absolutely. So your personal this thing can come in between, that says that you because you really are you want that person to start feeling better and start doing better.
Yes.
And also you had mentioned earlier about what is a coachable client. Is the person really aware of the need of the client of changing? You know, is the person committed to work on self? So I think those factors will also really play a role in it, whether the person is committed to work on it. If not,
yes.
Said earlier, probably something else is required for the person.
Yeah. This is a first and foremost. I think that if the person, if I am committed for change bring change in me, and even if I don't see any need, I can be coached. And if I have a need, and that need is there, but I'm not committed, but the coach can basically do some thing to make him on the ground. So all these people, but yes, who is not committed, he and the person who is not having any need is not under the coachable. Maybe after some time he could be, but currently he is not.
But currently he is not coachable.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of other questions. I think they're all along the same lines. I'll club it into one. How do you actually turn the person inwards? Because turning the person inwards and making the person aware of coaching is a big challenge, right?
Yeah.
And I think that will also club together with how do you actually start selling coaching, and how can you do it digitally online? So would you want to share some of your experiences, and how did you make a person aware that coaching is required for that person?
So I just take a clue from Mr. Sat, and he just told that few things from the NLP, and we can use that, and then it is really that is working well. And I take the person to the current crisis, current problem, current concern, and ask him to visualize into best breathing pattern, and how the breath movement, body posture, and all those things. Even that time I do through webinar during this time I'm saying, and when I'm present, I could see the body posture and how the energy movement is there, all those things, and then I just let him visualize the future. And if they basically feel great about it, and the moment they connect themselves, they feel different kind of energy within themselves, and that different kind of a spark comes out. And you could see in my tone also, I saw a few people changing during that time, and I felt it. I might not be can describe exactly the thing, but I could feel it. That spark is coming on that side. I could feel it, and that the moment that connect is there. And I just cite you example of person who is sitting in Canada, which I basically mentioned during the training period when the modules were there. I just asked him, and during that time he was having a big need of the coaching, and I did it. And he started having a, a kind of a spokesperson, and he basically connected me to 3 more person in the Canada. So to whom I just give, and it is all pro bono currently, as I'm working somewhere. So I am not doing that thing. But yes, I got connect, and it seems that person got something in me. That is why he got connected to other.
If you're very, Radhakant, you're so sincere in your coaching section. And I can see how well you're using the model. It comes across in everything that you're saying. And thank you so much for acknowledging and appreciating the fact that Sat Sir and Siri ma'am have made so much of a difference in, I think, everyone's life right now. A good coaching session always gets more coaching sessions. That's what I think. Sir also said in right in the beginning, he got his another client and so many more clients from the first free coaching session that he gave. So it's always there.
Yeah.
The giving thing always has to be there. Thank you so much, Radhakant, for the wonderful
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Radhakant. I think it's been an amazing session. You've been very sincere and honest, and something which you've been doing so wonderfully well. And I think that's one of the wonderful qualities of a coach, to be modest and to have the humility. So really amazing for that. A few questions which have been asked, and I was just reading through the questions as well. How can we sell coaching? COVID is there, people are not ready to spend, and how will they spend? The corporates will be cutting the training. Corporates, I believe, yes, they might cut the budget on the training aspect, and it's just going to be 2 months. See, it's a matter of how you see the things in a different way. Things are getting affected, but it's not that they will keep getting affected. Everything has come and everything has gone in the life. It has happened, maybe not in our lifetimes, but in earlier lifetimes. So this shall too pass, as is said. And regarding coaching, how to sell it, we don't have to sell people that we are a coach, because really, as rightly said with somebody from the questionnaire session, that people are not aware what coaching is. And I always tell people who come across to me and they come and talk to me as well, you don't have to tell them I'm a coach. You have to simply ask them and understand the kind of problems they are going through. And if you can help them to understand that if this is the problem you're facing, I can help you to come out of this stuck state. And I am a coach, maybe life or executive, whatever you want to call yourself as. So when we start addressing the issues of people, people are more than willing to change. I would have agreed with somebody saying, 10, 12, or 15 years back, saying that, what is coaching? Why should I go to somebody? Yes, that was a scenario, but no more now. People want to come out of their stuck patterns. It could be health, it could be mental, it could be emotional, it could be relationship. They want it to be solved at any cost. Yes, Radhakant, I think I really appreciate and kind of understand the point of view where people who were charging higher might have to lower down the fees for some time. But if people are really, really interested to change, then I think money becomes the last criteria for them.
Exactly.
So we have to really find out the clients whom we have to coach, and the best media is social media to connect to people, and that's the only thing we have to use right now, being in this zone. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining in. Keep this, Prosperity is going to keep sending you the mail. So next Friday, we'll have the next session, and be there, ask good questions. And once again, thank you, all of you. And thank you, Radhakant. Thank you, Prosperity. She's been a wonderful host, and her initiative is doing really well. Thanks, Prosperity. Take care, all of you, and stay safe.
Thanks so much, very much, and God bless you all obedience. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
फ्रूट्स में